Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen. My name is Allison, and once again, I'd like to welcome you to another classic case of the allergy-ridden edition of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. Not even the fairies want anything to do with my compromised immune system. But last time, we left things off after having rendezvoused with Saria, our old childhood friend, here in the Sacred Forest Meadow. And even though we explored a little bit of the Lost Woods, we didn't finish all of it, and there's still plenty left to do in Goron City, so we are in for quite a lot of progress to be made here before heading into Dodongo's Cavern. But not without a jump scare from everybody's favorite smooth-talking owl, Mr. Kapora. And he apparently has been stalking us because he knows that we learned a new song. We learned Saria's theme song, and it has a mysterious power to it. There are other songs like it, and in case you were new to the game and you didn't realize it, when a musical staff appears, that means a melody will be necessary, and that you should probably play around with some of the songs you know. And even when it's not displayed, you can still sing a nice rousing chorus. Thank you, I'm good. But yeah, pretty handy to have the songs just right there on the touchscreen as you're playing your ocarina, so fun stuff, and thank you for leaving me alone. That was honestly probably among some of the best information he could have given us, but we are going to take a slight detour back to the forest and into the woods, and instead of going right, we're going left because we've got a Skullkid here, and he apparently wants us to play a song with him. If we try to investigate, as it turns out, is this what happens to kids who get lost in the forest? He might be our friend if we do something. Okay. Well, you can play any number of songs for him, but he will only really appreciate the one that he's heard all his life. Absolutely, and hey, makes you wonder who exactly this Skullkid might be. Is he the inverse version of, say, I don't know, Mido? But if you try to approach him, generally he'll disappear until after we've played that song, so you want to be careful though, because he can be pretty violent and aggressive should you decide to take the first strike, so try to avoid that at all costs. And we're gonna head off over here where there's a soft patch of soil, and like I mentioned before, you can't re-pick up these bugs because they all immediately go into the patch. But, as always, except for one soil patch, we can get ourselves a nice little Skulltula. But this is the bridge leading outside, and unsurprisingly, we've got a new type of Deku Scrub here. This is a business scrub, and while he will try to attack you at first, a mere nut to the face is enough to get him to surrender. And he can sell us stuff, namely Deku Stick capacity upgrades, so yeah, I will go ahead and take that. Even though we don't necessarily need to double our capacity, I think we've only used like a solid 2 of them. Oh, and we also get some mail-in rebate. Let's go and grab some of those. Here we are. The nice, incredible 81. It's a beautiful, beautiful prime number. And from here, I think that is basically everything that we needed. We are gonna probably want to find some more bugs because that was the last of them, and we haven't really had much of a chance to re-up. We could buy them at the store, but they're like 50 rupees, and it's a little excessive if you ask me. Let's go back over here and never go into those meadows again. See, I could have sworn there was like a rock around here that we could just pick up and snag one, but that's alright. So this nifty little shortcut back to Goron City is very helpful, and it just so happens to be where we need to go after having collected Saria's song, because as you know it, Mr. Darunia is a man of culture. He's a king of taste, and he's also, I guess, the king of Kong. Once again, let's play our new song. Oh my god, who could have imagined that Darunia could have busted his groove thing like that? Those dance moves were immaculate, my man, and with that, his depression is gone. He is no longer hangry, for he has been fed through the power of music. And he decides it's time to reintroduce himself as the big boss of the Gorons and articulate himself more respectably for a child of our stature. But I feel like it probably wouldn't take too kindly for us demanding the spiritual stone of fire, also known as the Goron's Ruby, which is their race's hidden treasure. And of course he's not going to hand it out that easily because, well, unfortunately he has leverage and he wants us to go put ourselves into peril and destroy the monsters inside of Dodongo's cavern. No, it's only to show our true form of masculinity, and then everyone will be happy again. Just make sure you slap those tariffs on there and everything will be hunky-dory. But to help us out and to sweeten the pot a little, he bestows upon us the Goron's bracelet, so we too can play with explosives like the manliest of men that we are. So that is actually going to be pretty important for, say, the next 20 or 30 minutes of gameplay. We no longer have to sacrifice any Deku sticks to the hells of the torches and the braziers. But yeah, thank you for spelling that out for me. I really appreciate that. But before we do, there is one slight bit of extremely annoying shenanigans we gotta deal with, and it involves this massive antique spinning pot thing that you have to throw explosives into and not miss. The last time that I was trying to go for this grand treasure inside, it took me literally 12 bombs to get in, and it's so annoying because it's completely luck-based. There are 3 different faces that it can land on, and we're looking for the happy, gleeful, joyful one. And unlike Dampe, it took me 12 tries, not this time. Oh, thank you. Oh my god, that is what is my luck? The minute that I turn that record button on and everything just changes. Oh my god. I was fully expecting to sit here for 20 minutes. I guess because I scuffed that first bomb. It was probably retribution, but wow. That's, I mean, I was expecting to have to, I don't know, come up with the dialogue for a little bit, but sheesh. Well, we're gonna head back to the entrance up here because we'll come back later once we have proper bombs and we aren't limited by what is being grown, but there is something that we can do over here that we didn't really pay much attention to when we came around the first time. You see, this man has been sleeping next to this sign for eons. The natural wonder of the bomb flower, do not uproot. That's not very nice. He seems like a very handsome, respectable fella. I'm standing here to shade this bomb flower from the sun. Don't you see it in the sky? Well, you can ask him about stuff. So we know that Dodongo Cavern is very dim on the inside, and bomb flowers grow in there like crazy. Well, I suppose you probably won't mind if I just go and, whoops, completely screw up throwing again. Oh, did that? Oh. The range on that explosive is pretty insane, but a fun little thing that you could do, if you really wanted to, is find yourself at odds with another piece of heart. If you just backflip right off from that corner, you can go and snag yourself another free one. You're not supposed to get this right now, but I'm pretty sure every single person has done that at least once in their life, and so we're just following the old rite of passage, and apparently the sign got fixed. Thank you. Do you have anything else to say, or are you going to be in exposition? Oh no, he's not. Well, here's another patch of soil, but sadly, no bugs. So, we'll have to come back for that later. But for now, welcome to Dodongo's Cavern. Well, sort of. This is the foyer. And first things first is we gotta go and bust it on through, and then we get the proper introduction cutscene. Oh yeah, this place definitely brings me back, and there's quite a lot to do here and be introduced to. There are a lot of lava pits around, so we should probably watch our step. You don't say, Navi. Thank you for the incredible words of wisdom that you consistently remark upon us. We have a new type of enemy by the name of Beamos, and they are kind of annoying, but in this game they're sort of a joke because their vision is really pretty terrible. And bombs are sort of the way that you're going to want to go and take them out. But you want to watch out because their heads are also just a little explosive. But one of the things you want to take into consideration about bombs is you kind of have to babysit them, because if you leave too far or you aren't watching, they will just explode, but nothing will happen. We also have another business scrub here, and he will sell us a Deku shield for 50 rupees. Not nearly as good of a deal as we'd get back in the forest, but in case you happen to fall into lava or you get hit by a fire enemy, then your shield will burn up if you have the Deku shield equipped, and that's something you sort of don't want to deal with, I would take it. But our first order of business is this incredible treasure, and it's got the dungeon map. Fantastic. So we're not going to worry much about that for now. And let me see. Yeah, we can't do anything about that either. Can I make it? Oh my god, we did it. So long as the BMOS does not pay any attention to the boy in green, then we should be fine. But yeah, those guys are kind of annoying. I do really like their designs though. They're pretty snazzy. We've got more bombs here. Sure, why not? We'll just go and take care of you now. There we go. And yeah, if we could do bomb storage or jump storage or whatever you want to call it, you could get up there and bypass a lot of this dungeon, but what's the point? Let's just go through and revel in the goods. If we go over here, this is going to lead us to a simple gossip stone. Not a single hint was missed, and unfortunately we will not be returning to it, but just be ready to be pulling those weeds. And we'll head into our first proper room. Oh no, I already know where this is going. We've got ourselves a couple of baby Dodongos. These ones are a little scary because they will explode upon death, and luckily we can just kind of crouch and avoid them. But yeah, belly flop is their preferred method of execution. So not very fun, but we can still take them out pretty easily. And if they run away, they do not come back. So there is a cracked wall here, and if you want, we are going to come back for it later, but you could try and get these guys to come in just as close as possible. It's almost not really worth it, but I will try it. Get out of there. Boom. Okay, well, I guess since we happen to do it, we'll step in and... oh no, not the keys. Anything but the keys, man. Man, my gyroscoping is like a little off today, as is always the case. But that's fine. We'll go and grab the one golden sculpture in as comedic a fashion as we can possibly muster. And that is essentially the only purpose of this room. So I'm glad we at least got that taken care of. Oh, jeez. All right, I'm sorry I have to go and decimate your entire race here. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just wait here for all of the aggressiveness to subside. Thank you. I feel bad that they just like what is the purpose? Why do they blow up upon death? I can't imagine that's a very pleasant way to go. I mean, I guess it makes the funeral processions just a tad easier to stomach, but maybe we shouldn't talk about that in Dodongo's Cavern. So we head through here. A lot of this area is like pretty straightforward, and there's not too many winding turns and stuff like that, but you still kind of want to be on the lookout for flying creepos and mini bosses, namely the Lizafulls. Oh my god. I absolutely love these enemy designs. So they're gonna just try to hit the hell out of us, and I don't appreciate it. They are going to not gang up on us, which is good, but they're also basically invincible so long as you're not directly fighting them. And if you want, using the Deku Nut on them, that is so good. I love that stun animation, man. So yeah, once you get about half their health down, they will start to reconsider their options. But god, these guys, they're kind of scary. There we are. I killed your friend. I'm so sorry. But y'all are the ones who accosted me first. Do you want to come on back down over here? Fight it out like men? So I don't think the Dodongos had anything to do with the business here and the Gorons, but sheesh. Also, look at their armor. Looks like they're wearing like a loincloth and a brassiere. But that is essentially it for those guys. And they will be back for Avengers Doomsday. And yeah, we can go ahead and just make our way to this door. I think it was this one. At least I hope so. And there's another freaking cracked wall here. I don't think we need to do anything about that, but we have some slightly more grown Dodongos. Nobody in the history of the world has ever been hit by those guys, and they too will explode upon death, and sometimes drop their life savings in the form of a single green roop. So that's fun. Yeah, you would think these guys would be a lot more menacing, and I guess in Majora's Mask they might have been, but yeah, nice try, I guess. Oof. Well, I missed your gradient tail. I'm so sorry. But there you go, thank you. And I don't think it's necessary to defeat them right here, but still like to do it regardless. One of these guys, yeah, this guy for some reason has more health, and I don't know why. I don't think there's any visual indication that he's stronger or has more health, but yeah, sometimes that little twirl of the tail is enough to do it in. Let's go and blow this up. Is that too far? That might have been slightly too far. Nope, we're good. And before we go into there, which I don't really think we should bother with, there's 2 business scrubs in there. Or no, they're just regular, well, I guess they are business scrubs. And they'll sell us sticks and seeds, maybe? Maybe I should go and check it out and just make sure that we are not spreading misinformation, as we love to do on the channel. And if it's anyone scary, I might just run away. Oh, well, there's only one. Hello. It's good to see ya. So 1 Deku stick for 15 rupees. This man is ripping me the hell off. I'm good. Leave me alone. I want nothing to do with you. Please don't have spawned the Dodongs back. They're back. The Dodings. Well, that's annoying. But we already killed them, so it's fine. For those of you who never followed any of my From Software playthroughs, I generally like to kill every single enemy we see once, and then from there, if we have to revisit through an area, just go ahead and skip them, you know, with the exception of this Beamos, because I don't feel like it's necessary to have to take care of them, but that's all right. So by stepping on that switch, it allows us to go over here and make the leap of faith and explore the other half of the dungeon, at least on floor 1. Ah, yes, the infamous stairwell room, lined with bomb flowers. A veritable feast to the eyes of Gorons. They just cannot stop their mouths from watering the second they see this. And honestly, if I saw just a bunch of, like, I don't know, cake and pizza and quesadillas and spaghetti, none of which are my favorite foods, but if they were all lined up here, I would probably be mouth-watering as well. Well, this is also kind of a predicament because we've got Armoses and we have a bomb. So I think there's probably a way to take these guys out, but ooh, hi, that didn't seem to work. But nuts are the way to go and do it. And just like everything else in this freaking dungeon, they too like to explode upon death. So that's great. But hey, at least we got ourselves a nice little treasure to make up for our near-death experience. It's the compass. What do you know? Fancy pants compass in my pants. And we can now see where the boss is, but first of all, we're gonna go and line this up. Hopefully do it right. Whew. Oh, that was borderline perfection. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, I'm sure there are probably neater ways for us to have done that, but satisfying nonetheless. Thank you. So I like to just backflip up if I can line it up carefully and not lock onto a bomb. Of course now, like my everything is not straight. Thank you. Oh, but you hear that? We've got the sound of a golden Skulltula, and if you're low on cash, there are red rupees in the corners of these jars, and it's very nice that we're able to stock up on some cash here, because we'll probably be needing some money here soon. That's all right. For now, we can pay our debts in blood and spider entrails, and grab ourselves another gold Skulltula. We will have to come back here in a pretty long time to get the one clear off in the distance. You can't really see from here, but we got an asshole just waiting over there. Oh, here we go. Yeah, as of now, not a clear way to get over there. So let's just move on and forget about it because it's, oh shoot, this room. I really don't like fire keys because they love to just bum rush you out of nowhere. But luckily that's it. And be careful because every single one of these Armoses will come to life except for the one you need to climb up here. And if they decide to pick a fight with you, you're on your own, buddy. I don't know what else there is to tell you. For some reason, those doors have not been registering. So we're now in the top level of the main room. And yeah, that guy is out for blood, man. Oh, man. So let's try not to fall. I do wonder if I can just like snipe this kid just right out of the sky. Ugh. Thank you. Poor damn keys. I don't think they're meant to be on fire, but they don't seem necessarily opposed to it. So we'll let it pass this time. And it's this room. Okay. You can hear the slinging and slashing of these floor blades and not, ooh, no, I will never know what's around the corner. And this is where L targeting comes into play. Jeez. Okay. So we know that one is pretty aggressive right here, but if we just slide on through, I think we're safe. So we have this very conveniently placed block, and if you move it, you can go behind it and grab yourself a heart if you need it, but looks like the way forward is blocked, so what do? Blow it up, my friends. When in doubt, find a bomb flower and explode shit everywhere. Ooh. Well, thank you for ruining a potential funny number, Mr. Red Roop. And there we go. Wow, that was a really nicely placed bomb. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they wanted us to do here. Oh, great. So more puzzles involving shooting eyes. Jeez. For some reason, it's just been reminding me of that short story by Harlan Ellison, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, because the whole thing about the robot AI overlord is the fact that he's just like this eye, right? Or maybe that's, I might be thinking of something else, but it's pretty unsettling, and I do need to read the short story again. But I keep seeing the game on Xbox come out, and it's like, would I want to play this on my Xbox or on PC? Hi, you want to go ahead and thwack me a little bit? Oop, there we go. Yeah, the iframes on these things are insane. Rotate. It's time for another fair fight. Come on. Hit me up, brother. I'm waiting. Well, unless your friend comes back. So, a pretty small arena compared to last time, and I don't know if I like it. Come on, it's your turn. Come on down. The lava is fine. Oof. And now we wait. Yeah, just look at their armor. It just... Are the Lizafals canonically women, or what is happening here? Well, I'm having like an awakening. Just kidding. What awakening would I have as a cis straight man? Well, it opens the door, but one of my... Ooh, I almost just fell into the spicy drink. One of the cool things about this is we are directly above where we fought them the first time. I think that's such a cool little detail that might be lost on people. You have the lava fall, which looks incredible, and it's such a unique aesthetic that I feel like is just vastly underappreciated. There's just layers to this dungeon, and we love to see it. But if we go and blow this up, once again, hello, what the, thank you. My seed apparently was not good enough for that eyeball. Which, taken out of context, could mean something terrible, but... Is this the room I think it is? No, it's not. It's even better. Alright. You know, I think this is probably as good of a place to end things off as we could possibly get. Because, as you could have imagined, we've got ourselves one of the most versatile items of all time. It is the bomb bag, and it's made from the stomach of a... And there was also 20 bombs inside. Hey, what a lucky guy. Yeah, so let's go ahead and equip that puppy. And I don't know what I'd want to give up, though, is the thing. I should probably swap it out for the sticks because I don't necessarily think we need those right now. But I do hate using the touchpad. It just doesn't necessarily work when you want it to. We're like kind of on the upper level of where those floor blade things were. And if you want, you could drop down and blow open this little area. You would just have to go all the way back around through those other rooms to get back up here. But just so that you know, bombs do explode very fast after you light them up. And before heading in, you can usually grab some seeds here, which might come in handy for these assholes. Two business scrubs doing their shenanigans. Here, you know what? Thank you. Let's go and talk it up. So he will sell us nuts, and because we're pretty close to filling up our wallet, I might as well. I do like me some nuts, and this guy will sell us some seeds. 30 for 40. I'm good. Thank you. But next time, in The Legend of Zelda, we're gonna finish off Dodongo's cavern, possibly take on the king himself, and then see what exactly lies beyond the world at hand now that we have explosives in our own. We are shaping up to be in a pretty good place, and I could not be more excited. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time, all right? Take care, everyone. I wish this auto camera would just not swivel behind me constantly. Don't appreciate it.